It's Saturday. By the way, guys, did you know the Dudleys and Hardys are going to go off in October in TNA?
Tanner, do you know where it's going to be? Lowell,
No.
Massachusetts.
Look at that. The final big match of the tag teams. We're not here for that. We're here to talk college football and your spreads and your totals. And there's a lot to go down today. There's some great lines out there. I don't know if you guys gone out there and got it beforehand. There's still some decent looking prices here where I might double down. Let's get into it. We'll talk about the matchups today in our 5 locks each. Let's get into it. Happy Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Tanner Dawson. Joining me, of course, is Scott Cobe and Alan Perales. We are here on Lock It In on the Rec Room Sports Hub. Guys, some great matches here to come up to play. In case you're wondering, no, this is KU. It is a blackout day. And I'll be at that game tonight. I'm excited for that here. Alan, you got a big matchup ahead of you. Scott, I have no idea who Boston College is playing.
The bye's going to be 6.5.
I already took the bye week plus 6.5, Tanner. I already took the bye week plus 6.5 over Boston College.
You can't beat Stanford. You can't beat Stanford. Come on, really?
There's a joke swinging around on some of my chats of ESPN projections, with the percentage and the little circle. And it's bye week 64% K-State is losing this week. So it's not a good thing for the wild kitty cats out here. So
I said this on Sam's show last night. I said Kansas State was the most overhyped team this offseason. This is a team, I talked about it last week. This was a team that was projected to win the Big 12, projected to be a top team, projected to be a playoff team. They should be 0-4. They should be 0-4. Had North Dakota not forgotten how to defend the flat, they would be an 0-4 team right now.
That's all it was. Yeah.
Alan, I'll see you at Kansas State, and I'll raise you a South Carolina, who almost lost to South Carolina State. Had special teams and defense not come into play. South Carolina looked awful against Vanderbilt last week. Awful. So I think South Carolina and Kansas State are the two most overrated teams in the country right now. Mm-hmm. As of right now, it could all change.
I can tell you what, my K-State friends here and coworkers, they don't have enough time in the day to be able to tell me what's wrong. And I'm like, I don't need enough time in the day because I see it and I feel it. I feel that. So
you want to talk about disappointing too? What about last night's game? Oklahoma State thought to be. Once OU and Texas left, they were thought to be, this is Oklahoma State's conference to lose going forward. All of a sudden, their first year, goose egg, no wins in the Big 12. And now here they are losing at home to a Tulsa team that is bottom 10 in the entire country. They haven't lost to Tulsa at home. They haven't lost to Tulsa at bet. They haven't lost to Tulsa at home in over 70 years. Let that sink in. They haven't lost to Tulsa at home in over 70 years.
Mike Gundy,
1951.
First of all, Mike Gundy talks junk about Oregon, and Oregon plasters them. Now he loses to a Tulsa team at home. This is not. He may be done after this year. He slowly started to lose his program and slowly started to.
So their backup quarterback just got to campus. Like literally, their backup quarterback last night just got to campus. He wasn't even a player. He's just a random student. That's how bad it's gotten in Oklahoma State right now.
Yeah, he might be done. He might be done. He might be done.
They can't get it. Nobody wants to go play for him now. That's seemingly what's going on. Is nobody wants to go to Oklahoma State and play for Mike Gundy.
Well, his best player in the last 10 years just played Thursday night against the Bills, Ollie Gordon. So you lose your best player. He hasn't replenished his program. I don't know if he believes in the portal or not. I don't know if he's one of those coaches that don't believe in the portal, but it's coming back to bite him in a big way. So
And to think, 4 years ago, this team was a yard away from being in a college football playoff, and winning the Big 12.
Yep. So, hey, it happens.
It happens. It's nuts. It's nuts how things have come into play too. What's some of the big matchups you guys got today, or interesting matchups? We'll say that way. Not big.
Michigan, Nebraska is huge for Nebraska.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
At home, you got Michigan. No head coach today. He's serving the second game of a suspension. So this is a huge game for Nebraska. This is to put them right back on the football map again if they can beat Michigan at home. So to me, that's the huge game. That's one of the biggest games of the day. So
I mean, this is a homer pick, but there's already talk that whoever wins this Auburn-Oklahoma game is in the driver's seat to potentially be a playoff team this year. A lot of talk with that. I know statistically, at face value, it looks like a great matchup, even matchup. But let's be honest, guys. Statistically, it's not even close. Oklahoma statistically is the better team. I know Auburn has their sneaky ways. They find ways to win games out of the blue. But as much as I kind of agree with Scott earlier when he was saying they might be looking ahead to Texas, that's still 2 weeks away. You're not going to be looking. If anything, that next week would be the trap game for Texas. They are more focused and more ready for Jackson Arnold today than I think people realize. So, and remember, running quarterbacks do not do well against Brent Venables' defense. Look at just look at Jalen Milroe last year when Alabama came into town. So,
yeah,
but it is a big game for both teams. This is Auburn's first true test of the year, and because we kind of know what Oklahoma is now, we don't know what Auburn is. Because your best thing to go on was a Baylor team that's kind of middle of the back of the Big 12. And Jackson Arnold only had 100 yards passing in that game. So,
Taylor, there's a big game in your backyard today, isn't there?
Some people would say it's a big game. It's a big game for me. This West Virginia team, I got a little beef with. Okay, 2 weeks ago, I put them on an easy money bet, and I bet them to beat. It was like 3.5 points. Miami, Ohio. They did not do that. They lost that game. So then I bet against them last week with Pitt, who's been scoring out crazy points, and I figured West Virginia couldn't move the ball. All of a sudden, they looked like what they should have the week before, and they won the game.
Yep.
So now they come to Jayhawk land, and I'll be rooting a little harder tonight. I can tell you that. A little history now, a little beef with them.
Rich Rod. Thanks, Rich Rod. We appreciate you on the show here.
Unreal, dude. Unreal.
Speaking of Big 12, what about the Texas Tech going on the road to Utah? Early game slate.
It's going to be a good game.
Utah finally looking like what we thought this team was going to be for the last couple of years. Texas Tech, obviously, with all the money that they spent this offseason, they look like a great team. This might be a Big 12 championship preview today with these two teams.
Very well could. Very well could.
There might be a bet in that game. Not sure.
Might be a bet. We got a little over 30 minutes game time on that one.
The other team that shocked me this year is Georgia Tech. How good they look. They're really good. They could run the table and be like 11-0 going into that Georgia game at the end of the year. And now
they got a Temple team that can be feisty at times, but here's the thing. They did not look good against Oklahoma last week. They did get a turnover. That was probably the only good thing that they did. Georgia Tech, I love their quarterback. Their quarterback's great.
And again, there might be a bet with Georgia Tech today too. We're not sure.
So here's the thing: we come into the season. Everybody's on Clemson to be not only the ACC champion, but top 4 in the college football playoff. One of the four teams in the pie. Now 4 weeks into the season, we're talking about Miami, Georgia Tech, and Florida State all having resurgences this year.
Mm-hmm. Miami, I don't buy into because of the coach. They're really good, but I don't know if I can fully buy into them yet.
I like them today against Florida, though. I like them
so far. And Florida State, we'll just have to see about them. They quote unquote didn't poop the bed last year. They were awful last year. So
you got a good win against Alabama early on at the very least. So
yeah, but Alabama doesn't impress me though. That's the whole thing. I know they beat Tennessee Martin or Louisiana Monroe by like 1,000 points, but still, get in the SEC and show me something. So.
Yeah, that was last year though. Come on,
I'll go come on. This matchup, this one that's kind of caught my attention just now. Delaware on the road at Florida International. Delaware in their first year in FBS Division I in the Conference USA, their first conference game today at Florida International.
They're
4.5-point underdogs. That number's kind of enticing me a little bit. Not gonna lie.
We don't have Delaware in my house, by the way. After last week on the show, we're like Tanner. We don't talk about Delaware in my house.
No, it'll be interesting if Delaware can carry over what they did last week, right? SMU TCU could be a high scoring game. Arkansas Memphis will be interesting. Syracuse Clemson, Maryland Wisconsin, all in the matter today. Yeah. And that's just the early slate of games here, right?
Illinois Indiana tonight.
I'll give you another team that really needs to put up a big win. Notre Dame. I know they're not playing anybody that's like they're playing Arkansas next week, but they're not playing anybody. Purdue. They're playing Purdue today. They need to win that game big.
They need to cover that 24.5.
Yes,
plain
they do.
Simple.
Yes,
I think a game to watch for, and this is one of those I really want to put a bet down, but I can see it bite me. The Tulane Ole Miss game. Tulane on the road to Ole Miss. Ole Miss has not looked impressive by any means. This is not a Lane Kiffin offense that I'm, used to. And the former BYU quarterback is now in Tulane, and hey, he's showing out. He's showing out. And so I think this Tulane team, it's 11.5 points. It's a tempting throwdown here.
I'll give you one more. I'll give you one more. Late tonight, you got Michigan State going to the West Coast to play USC. A lot of love for USC after the first few weeks. Michigan State's undefeated. This could be one of the sleeper games of the week. You could see a really good game between these two teams tonight.
I don't have a bet on it, but USC probably will win that game, and then they come east for a 12 o'clock game next week, which I'll probably be against USC.
Next week. Florida, Miami today.
That's a huge game for Florida.
Let's see here. There was one other one later tonight. Oh, yeah, there it is. Fresno State at Hawaii, guys. Fresno State's only 3-point favorites.
Oh, my God.
That's a 10 up again. Oh, good. Thanks.
Hawaii. Hey, that only starts at 10:59, not 11 o'clock Central Time, all right? 10:59. That's it. That's exactly what it says. 10:59.
One extra minute of sleep.
Hey, you're great.
Yeah. Hawaii can't beat anybody by spread. They didn't beat Portland State. They struggled against Portland State next year. Hawaii's one of those teams that's just barely winning games. They're not winning by spread. I mean, it's still only 3.5 today. They're underdog by 3.5 against Fresno State.
Three.
Huh.
On DK, it's 3.
Huh. That's an interesting one. I might have to think about that one today. That'll be a last-minute bet for me if I do anything with it.
All right, let's get what everybody's getting to. We're just under 30 minutes here till game time, and let's get those final lines locked in, guys. Lock it in. All right, little recap from last week here. It was not a great recap for me.
Thanks, Ohio State. I appreciate you, Ohio State.
Yeah, I know. They blow out Grambling, and then they can't cover.
By half a point. Half a point. What are you doing?
All right. So let's start here. My first column here. Last week, actually won the week. Allen, 3-2.
Let's go.
He had LSU Tech covering. South Florida did not cover. But Notre Dame did not cover. But he did get the Vandy cover there at plus 3.5. So 3-2 day for Allen. Scott, you win 2 for 3. You had 2 covers there of Oklahoma and the Vols. On top of Buffalo did not cover. UConn did not cover. Delaware State. Ohio State minus 28.5. Couldn't get a job done. And then there's mine. What the hell? How did I go 0-5? Oregon was up by Oregon had 2 touchdown swing with Northwestern going in the mid-4th quarter. All they had to do was allow 1, and we would have been fine. No, instead they allowed 2 late touchdowns to Northwestern. I don't cover that game. Pittsburgh, again, we talked about this one already. This is why I got a little beef with West Virginia today. So we did not cover that 5.5. That should have been, could have been. I messaged, I texted Bill Aiken over there in the Pitt Sports Desk, and I was like, dude, Pittsburgh should be up by 3 touchdowns right now. This is ridiculous. How is this team not doing it? Needless to say, he was very unhappy. Jacksonville State money line. Hey, that was kind of a throw out there. Did not happen, but it came close. They came back. They were down by 2 touchdowns, got within 1 score, and ended up losing within 1 score. Thought I had a chance there against Georgia Southern. Liberty. How disappointing is this team? Minus 5.5 favorites, and you get blown out.
And then they lost last night too, I think, didn't they? Did they lose last night?
No, Liberty plays today.
Oh, okay. All right. But yeah.
They played today.
The last 2 years, a year and a half, they've been
awful. No, Scott, that was the WNBA team.
Oh, that was WNBA team. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The game's all here. What's up, Whit? So Liberty didn't cover, and then Minnesota, who had a phenomenal couple games here. I honestly thought they were playing really well. Got blown out by California in the second half. And they couldn't do anything. How about those Sooners? So 0-5 day for me. Whatever. It doesn't happen often. I'm not overly concerned. That puts the Lock It In crew here at a 25, 34, 42% win percentage. But look, this is ridiculous. This is just stupid.
Opposite day. It was opposite day. I'm the only one that got a winning day.
All right, let's get into it here. Kicking it off here, I have Allen. Allen, first bet of the day, 1 out of 5. Guys, these are 5 bets that we're each locking in. And follow it, tail if you want, fade if you want. Don't bother us. These are free picks. Ain't gonna, whatever you want to do. But this is the numbers we got. This is the numbers we're looking at. So follow or fade, it don't matter to us. Alan, what do you got? Bet number 1.
Call me crazy, call me a homer. I don't care what you say. Boomer Sooner, Oklahoma minus 6.5.
Already got it in.
The top.
Tanner's like, I knew it was happening. I already had it
written down 3 days ago.
I was already writing it in because I already got a bet down for it too. So, Scott, what do you got? Bet number 1.
So we talked about Texas Tech, Utah. They're playing a 12 o'clock Eastern game, which in Utah is 10 a.m. Eastern time. For what reason, I have no idea. Maybe the TV broadcast. What are you doing?
It's a Utah home game. It's not even like it would make sense if it was a TT home game, but no, it's in Utah for God's sakes. Again, what are we doing?
I know. So
10 a.m. football. 10 a.m. football.
Scrambled eggs will be on the menu for Texas Tech and Utah at the stadium. So I'm going under 28.5 first half. Texas Tech and Utah. I think it's going to take them a quarter to get going. Yeah, so give me under 28.5 first half. Texas Tech, Utah.
All right. Got that in here. Nope, sorry. I got rid of my screen. Let me pop in here. Of course, my easy money bet of the week this week here is none other than James Madison, who is going against Liberty. James Madison with the week off last week. Liberty getting blown out by Bowling Green. Why would I not take this? I actually got this at minus 10. But if we take a look at today's line, I'm pretty sure that's at -8.5 still. If I recall, there it is. Oh, -7.5. So we're gonna go James Madison -7.5 tonight. It's gone from 10 to 7.5. I will be glad to put down another bet. There's no way. It's at Liberty. There's no way Liberty all of a sudden is like a killer team. James Madison kept up with freaking Louisville, for God's sakes, when they shouldn't. And I didn't recall. I was looking for like injuries. I was looking for anything that was telling me why. I saw nothing that considered to me why this is not a bet. So giving James Madison -7.5 today. Alan, you're up. Bet number 2.
I'm going another big game today. Give me Miami -7.5. Florida has not looked great at the start of this year.
Sure.
I don't think they're gonna keep it up with Miami tonight. So
I will push back on this. That's a pick that I would push back on this. DJ Lagway for Florida threw 5 interceptions last week. They only lost the game by 10 points. Their defense is like really good. Yeah. So Miami last year beat Florida, but they just basically played with them last year. They got up to a lead, and he just basically said, "Okay."
You got to remember too. This offense looks a little better. They also already played a tough game this year, so now they kind of got the experience. They got what it's in, and it's at Miami. And you're thinking that crowd ain't going to be like it was a few weeks ago,
right?
Ooh.
Right.
Ooh.
I think Miami, Florida is a perfect live in-game betting game because you got to see how Florida starts the game. And if they start really good on offense, then you would lean toward Florida. But if Lagway's throwing the ball around and he throws pick after pick after pick, then Miami's going to bury them at home. I still think that Miami's going to win the game by 10, but
I bet that last week here it was 9.5, and I thought it was going to go the opposite direction. So I threw down money, but I'll tell you, hey, so I love it. I love it. I already got that in too, Alan. So Scott, bet number 2.
Okay. Nebraska is underdog at home to Michigan. This is quote unquote Nebraska's Super Bowl as of right now. If they could beat Michigan, they should be a top 15 team, if not top 10 at home. And I'm getting points plus 1.5. Why not? Nebraska plus 1.5 over Michigan. And I would even sprinkle the money line on it too. I think Nebraska can win the game. So
ESPN,
right.
ESPN, by the way, glad you got it when you did, Scott, because ESPN actually has Nebraska favored now at 1.5.
DK still has Nebraska plus 1.5, so still there. It is -102. Michigan's -118 on that money line. Kind of a little surprised, but we've talked about Nebraska here in the pre-shows before, the early before week 0. I mean, here's the game. Nut up or shut up, right? That's what it is right now. Like you got to take care of business here, and this is a game to take care of business at home.
Yeah, and to Alan's credit, in the previews of these win and losses, he pointed to this game and said, "This is the game that Nebraska will win." I think Alan said they'll beat Michigan, so I'm with him. I think Nebraska can win this game outright. So.
All right, let's see here. Bet number 2 for me here. We're going to go ahead and go to Texas here. We're going to Arizona State Baylor, and it is still what I thought it was. Still what I got it at. We're taking Baylor -2.5 against Arizona State. Does anybody recall who Arizona State lost to last week? Mississippi State.
Oh, they did 24-20, right? 24-21 or something like that. Yeah. Yep.
What? And they were behind though. Like they came back and won, but Mississippi State was up a decent chunk here. I don't anticipate a Baylor team who is probably better than Mississippi State is going to take that, especially being at home here. So I like Baylor -2.5 today to cover that here. So all right. Bet number 3, Alan. What we got?
Let's go Tulane plus 11.5.
You're doing it. Doing it. We talked about this game already, guys.
Let's go with
We
the green
talked about
wave,
this
baby.
game here. Tulane gave Ole Miss issues last year. Now you have a better quarterback inside this program. Ole Miss, who struggled, they couldn't cover against Kentucky. They couldn't cover against last week. Tulane has been a little underdog monster as of recent. So I like this pick. Man, I really am going to throw that down. I am. It's going to bite me if I don't. All right, Scott. Bet number 3.
I'm going Memphis plus 7.5 over Arkansas today. Here's a little reason why. Arkansas last week played Ole Miss. Next week, they host Notre Dame. This is the quote-unquote sandwich game that they could be looking ahead at Notre Dame to for next week. So I like Memphis to sneak in and cover backdoor and possibly win the game. So I'm picking Memphis plus 7.5 over Arkansas. It's at Memphis too, I believe. So that's
it is at Memphis. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it
yep.
is.
So that's another reason why I would take Memphis in this spot.
Okay. I like it. All right. We're heading down to Florida here. Heading down to Florida for bet number 3 here for me. I don't understand this here. And I don't know. This just seems like a really weird line. North Carolina at UCF. UCF are favored by 7. 7. How? I didn't think UCF was that good. I wasn't that impressed with UCF. I think North Carolina stands a shot here to get a little respect going into play here. Give me North Carolina. I hate betting the blue. But no, give me North Carolina plus 7 in this game.
Bill.
I did get this game at minus or plus 3.5 last week. So or on Sunday. So this game line has really transitioned the other way, but I like the 7. I don't think UCF's that impressive yet.
Guess who UCF has next week?
Who?
Guess who said Kansas State?
That we can bet.
That we can bet. Yeah.
You know why? It
All right.
like that? They won 68-7 against North Carolina A&T last week, so everybody's like, "Oh, they're really good." It's North Carolina A&T people.
This makes sense. Okay, that makes sense.
I'm going with the upset, Tanner. Give me Delaware plus 4.5 on the road.
That's an FCS. That's an FCS bet, isn't it?
Technically, it's a Conference USA bet. So,
is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to use. I got an FCS.
Still small school though. So there you go.
All right, Scott.
I'm not picking on Temple. I swear to people, I am not picking on Temple. I bet against Temple last week. It worked out. I'm going right back to the well. I talked about them earlier in the show. Georgia Tech minus 24.5 over Temple. I'm taking it. Georgia Tech beat Clemson last week. Temple looked very inept on offense against Oklahoma last week. Again, it's Oklahoma. Oklahoma's really good, both sides of the ball. But Georgia Tech is also pretty good too this year. So I love Georgia Tech today to roll over Temple.
You know, bet number 3 for me here. It was a fun game a couple weeks ago here, and now they got South Carolina going to Mizzou. Give me Missouri. You can give me Missouri. Where are they at? I got minus 13.5. Oh, I'll take minus 10. Missouri minus 10 today here. I think I think you might.
There's a minus 10 out there? There's a minus 10 out there?
Yeah, DK minus 10.
Really?
Minus 105.
All I saw was 13s and 12s.
I got it at 13.5 on Sunday, and now it's minus 10 today. So,
people, have you seen
which
South
I'm
Carolina?
probably gonna, I'm probably gonna double down on this minus 10. But yeah, Missouri minus 10. Like, I'll take this all day. Like, Missouri will put up points here, and South Carolina struggles to put up points. I mean, they got a great quarterback. I like their quarterback, but their offense is just, it's all right.
Vandy's good, but Vandy's good, but Vandy ain't 31-7 good.
Exactly.
They're not that good.
No. All right, Alan. Final bet of the day. What do we got here?
Scott, I'm sorry. Give me Hawaii plus 3.5.
Oh,
Always gonna have one in there.
You know what the meal at the home was tonight for the Hawaii game? Pineapple. That's what the meal is. That's what the dessert is. Pineapple. And now I have to watch, and Alan gave me supposed hope. Oh,
Scott, final bet of the day, man.
Taylor, do you remember a couple of weeks ago you picked Army to beat Tarleton State, and it didn't happen?
Yep.
I've been reading a lot on Tarleton State the last couple of days. They're supposed to be one of the heavyweights in FCS. I'm taking Tarleton State minus 25.5 over Chattanooga. You want to go small? There you go. Here it is.
What is it? Minus 1.5?
Minus 25.5.
25.5.
Minus 25.5. Chattanooga supposedly, from everything I read, is not very good. And Tarleton State's supposed to be one of the heavyweights in FCS. So I'm going minus 25.5. Minus 110 for a bet. So I'm doing it. If they burn me, those words will never out of my mouth again. Tarleton State. So
if they burn me, oh
like they
my
burn
Lord,
you. That's it. That's it.
Yep. No, that's how I do it. That's how this thing rolls. All right, let's do it. Let's put it in here. It's a blackout game here. It's gonna be a fun game. Give me KU minus 12.5 today against West Virginia. They come out firing. They're coming off a week off after the fun Mizzou game. Granted, we lost. It was a really fun game to watch. High score points. The defense showed up here and there. West Virginia, I've been a very inconsistent team. Pittsburgh they weren't world beaters when I bet them last week, but they were putting up points. That's what I anticipated. So give me KU win by a couple TDs today, if not more, on a blackout game for the game today. So that's my final bet of the day.
West Virginia is the most enigmatic team in college football right now. They lose to Miami of Ohio. They beat Pittsburgh. Who are they?
That's what I keep saying. Who the hell are these guys?
Yeah, who is
Love it, guys.
We have no idea who Oklahoma is. Jesus.
Hey, this is gonna be a fun little Saturday slate there. Hopefully you guys are all able to join it or watch it. Make sure you guys throw down your bets in the comments here. We want to know what you're betting too. Tell us what you got. I don't have to hear why. Just tell us what you got. We're interested in hearing about it. So we'll be back tomorrow. NFL slate, spreads, totals, props, player props here. We had a pretty decent Sunday last week, so I'm anticipated a repeat here.
Just to give you people an idea.
We're not talking about that part.
Jamar Chase plus 155 to score a touchdown. Somebody,
Brandon's going to feed him, so. Yeah. That's for sure. The Sunday slate, a Sunday slate full of backups tomorrow, so it'll be interesting for sure. It'll be interesting.
Kansas City, New York Sunday night game too, which is going to be
right.
Kansas City's going to destroy them. Worthy's playing tomorrow night, isn't he, Tim?
At New York. You guys know the Chiefs organization has never won in New York Giants territory in MetLife. Never won.
You want a stat? The New York Giants in the last 12 games are 2-10 straight up.
Yeah, but now Russ is coming off a 450-yard game against the freaking Cowgirls, so
if he throws for 450 yards tomorrow night, I'll walk to Oklahoma from Boston.
I'm not saying our secondary is world beaters by any means, but we'll figure it out. So. All right, guys, let's get out of here. Everybody, we'll catch you tomorrow morning, right about 10:30 Central, and we'll make sure you get inactives at some point too, so you guys can get your fantasy set. So Have a great Saturday. Rock Chalk.